Hello, gorgeous ladies of the Alpha Femme group. How's everybody doing today? Melanie and Leigh are coming to you live. If you're brand new to this group, I am the creator, founder of this beautiful Alpha Femme group. And I try to go live as much as I can. It's not quite enough. I would like to go live more. I will remedy the situation, but I love to come on here and share some incredible things and share some incredible people with you and really help you get to the next level in your life, in your business, in your relationships, whatever I can help with. So today we actually have a really special guest. Hi, Ellie. When you're hopping on, say hello. We actually have a special guest on today. Hi, Viola. So the special guest is Viola Hug Taylor. She is one of my private clients. Hi, Erica. And she's going to come on live with us today and talk about the power of women working together instead of working against each other. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Lauren. So we're going to talk a little bit about our coaching journey, what she's been able to create in her business, which is mind-blowing since we started working together. And then she's also going to make some offers and talk to you about what she's got going on. I want to give her an opportunity for my network to know her. I talk about her a lot. I suggest her programs a lot. She's really amazing. And I can't wait to bring her on here. Hi, Confi. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Christy. So let me get Viola on here. So when you're coming on, say hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
How are you? I'm so good. Is the sound okay?
I hear a bit of an echo.
I just realized.
Do you have your phones?
Yes. 1 second. That should be better, right?
That is so much better.
Okay, I completely.
Sarah says women should lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. I love that. Good morning, Tanya. So, Viola, first thing I want to say is I want you to just let us know real quick because something very amazing is happening in your life today. Something very momentous that you will remember for all your life. What is happening today?
So today I am submitting my manuscript to have my book published. My very first book.
I'm so freaking impressed. I can't even handle it. And I was up just crying my eyes out, bawling, writing the foreword for it. I felt so honored to write the foreword for the book. And I was just bawling my eyes out, writing about you and how much you've grown since we started working together. So when did we start working together?
So we started working together, yes.
August, September?
Very, very end of September. So think September 27th, actually, to be exact.
So September 27th, Viola decides to sign up one-on-one with me. And then what are some of the things that you've done since September 27th? Look at all the congratulations here. You ladies are amazing.
Oh my gosh, I'm
so what are some of the things?
I was saying to Melanie before, I've been so emotional in the best way possible today because it's one of those things where I already all the time I'm oh my gosh, I've actually created this lifestyle that I'm living, and then today it's even bigger. I'm stepping up in so many ways in my life right now that I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. So I'm so grateful for all of your comments. I love you. Thank you. But yeah, so to give a bit of context, I have been an entrepreneur for about 6 years, but I launched my coaching business officially in December 2017. So just over a year ago. And I was doing okay, but I really, really wanted a coach, and I knew I wanted Melanie as my coach. Thank you, Stephanie. And so honestly, it's been everyone who's worked with Melanie knows the feeling. It's just she's the one. And so it was a really, really scary step to invest in Melanie because at the time I was really I only just could afford to be able to invest, but I just had this feeling that she was going to help me rise to a higher level, which I understand at a whole new level now. Back then it was more of a feeling, now knowing of what working with someone like Melanie and working with a coach can do. But since then, so just to give you some ideas, I've been able to take my podcast, which I'd already had for a few months, but I've been able to take it onto the iTunes What's Hot list. I've been able to launch a program that actually helps people set up their podcasts, and the participants in my program have been hitting the new and noteworthy and the what's hot lists. Like insane. What else have I done? I've launched Soulful Business Academy, which is designed to help women who are at the very start of their business journey or wanting to launch a business really get set up properly. Hi, everyone. Oh, and I've written a book in 4 months. Like, I've been traveling. I've been in about five to seven different countries since I've started working with you because I'm a full-time digital nomad. My business has been skyrocketing in 2019 alone. I've made more than I made all of 2017. Like, the cap is lifted, guys. Like, yeah. So
this is so good. Like, this is so freaking good. And what I would love to also say is you completely rebranded.
Oh yeah.
Like,
true.
your brand looks so different. So it's like huge up level. Kesha says it's so inspiring. Mary, Kiki, hi. So in this time, and I've sent clients over to Viola because her podcast project is so amazing. The program where she teaches people to run a podcast is crazy. People go in wishing they had a podcast and they leave with a podcast. They've got graphics for it. They know what their music is going to be in 10 freaking days. And I'm sending my one-on-one clients there. I'm sending my clients there. I'm like, go do if you want a podcast, go learn here. You have such an amazing way of explaining where people just take action. And I think that's a really big testament to who you are as a person, because when you said yes to one-on-one coaching, it wasn't an easy yes. Like the money you were saying yes to, you weren't sure how it was going to come. It was a huge leap.
Yeah.
And you lead from the front. Like you say to people, you know, I'm brave, so you can be brave. And your clients just kind of calibrate to new heights with you. And I'm so inspired by that. So now the book is being released to the publisher tonight.
Yeah. And then on March 11th,
and then
it hits the shelves, virtual shelves.
So how can people buy this now?
So at the moment, the book, I have like a wait list for the book, which I'm happy to share the link to as well. But if you join the wait list, you have access to getting my pre-launch only bundle deals. So I've created some bundles because when I wrote this book, like a huge inspiration for me to write the book was, one, because I was just feeling really called to do it and I was feeling excited. And we know that's a good thing to follow, like when we're feeling that way about something. But then secondly as well, like there's been such massive shift in who I am today and what I've been able to achieve versus all of the hardship that I had prior to entrepreneurship. But even early on when I started in entrepreneurship, I had such a hard time, quote unquote, with like, you know, really figuring out how I was going to make it work. Like feeling that the work that I was doing was really giving any results and that I was feeling really fulfilled in what I was doing. So like a lot of things culminated to make that happen, but I kind of put the juice of the shifts and the mindsets and everything that I really shifted in order to create the life that I have now into the book. And so the big part of the book though is that it's all about integration. Like I don't want people just to read the book and be like, that was cool. Like if you really read the pages and you apply what you're reading and you think about how you can shift and utilize this information, it's literally going to transform your life, right? So the book's actually full of like journaling pages and all of that stuff to help you keep on track with actually applying what you're learning. Every chapter has soul work so you can apply it. But then I've also created like bundle deals, including like a self-led guide that you can use alongside the book over an 8-week period, and a mastermind and one-on-one calls that will help you just further integrate the messages into your life as well. So those are all like available for pre-launch, but also if you're signed up to the list, you'll be the first to get access to when the book goes live on the 11th.
I love that. And the book is called?
You Are an Abundant Babe.
How freaking cool is that? So in your vision and your desires, when someone reads this book and they go through it all and they don't just read it like they would any other book, they use the space in the book to journal and they integrate the information and they really show up for it, what's possible for someone who integrates the information in this book?
Oh my gosh, like really like possibility is just the beginning of what's possible. You know what I mean? Like there's just such an untapped space of potential, but it's like the tagline to the book is skyrocket your self-belief, which is a core pillar of really what, oh, thank you. You love the name. Oh my gosh. Self-belief is a core pillar of what really the book covers, because I really feel that my self-belief and also the feeling of knowing that there was other people who are kind of going through the same thing and working on their own self-belief and understanding the power of really believing in yourself and trusting in yourself has been a huge game changer for me. Even when I was like younger and I wasn't really into entrepreneurship, but I was just visualizing things that I wanted to do with my life, self-belief was such a core pillar. So it's really about building that self-belief so you can have more courage in your life, so that you can have, I guess, like a stronger connection with your own divine guidance and follow that more wholeheartedly and with more confidence than maybe you would have before. And I talk about integrating the secrets of success, which is the second part of this. This is a subtitle to the book, which is really all about the subtle shifts that really create massive success and massive shift in your life. And then finally, it's tapping into the abundance that is meant for you, which I believe, like, we are abundance. Like, it's how do we come back to ourselves? How do we remove those limitations and really come back to that abundant flow, that abundant being that we are, so we can call those things into our life.
This is so amazing. And this is something that's really important for you to know. Like, I wouldn't just write the foreword for any book, and I wouldn't just have, Viola come into this group and talk about it if I did not know this woman down to her very core. Like, I have a lot of clients, and I will tell you that, not all of them are brave enough to not just integrate everything that she's integrated, but like, Viola's been traveling the world. She's been in different time zones. She's set up her computer in Croatia, in Morocco, and like, where are you now? Like, oh, this tiny little crappy apartment that was not what the pictures were going to be. And then, oh my gosh, I'm in this super high vibe place and I'm writing like crazy. And like everything that came to her, she stepped up, and she was a leader throughout the entire process of writing the book. I did write the foreword. I feel so proud to be Viola's coach. Like, there's people that you're so proud to associate with. Like, that is my client, and I feel that way about Viola. Like, she just embodies leadership, and when I coach her, I know she's doing the work. And I've seen her, it's hard to watch another person shine or to give credit to other people when we're beginning, but she's always been the first to, quote me. If she uses my words, she'll be like, my amazing coach. She tags me on Instagram. She's sent me clients for my programs. She's always really been able to hold her power and also shine light on me, which I think is a very rare gift that people have, because so many people are so terrified of giving their power away. But I've always watched her so artfully hold her power and shine a spotlight, and it's been the most rewarding thing to work alongside of her. So I know she believes in abundance, and writing a book like You Are an Abundant Babe doesn't work if you don't believe that you're an abundant babe. But Viola made decisions to coach before she knew how, because she believed it would happen. She started writing a book and said, I'm writing a book. And I knew when she said it will not be long before this book's on shelves. Like, it won't be long. And it was just like, immediately she jumped into it. And it didn't matter who, even if it were personal clients, sending people my way for my programs, like, brave, courageous woman, leader woman that I am so just proud to walk beside in life. And to write the foreword for this book has just been like the cherry on the sundae. So if you're looking to learn and to read a book from a woman who did the whole thing, like, I'm not joking, she self-published this book. She wrote the whole thing. She found out how to use with Photoshop, how to create the cover. She put work, heart, soul, blood, sweat, tears in all of it. This is 100% in her making. It blows my freaking mind. I'm not even gonna lie. And now there's like brainstorm of, you're gonna write a freaking book writing course after this when this is published.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Melanie.
This woman, like, oh, look, I'm going to create this podcast and I'm going to make myself top of the charts in all these places. And I'm going to create a podcast project program. And now all my clients are doing it too. And hey, guess what? I'm going to write a book in 4 months, publish the whole thing by myself, figure out how to do it. And I'll teach you how to do it too. She's literally the embodiment of lead yourself for me. Like, I look at Viola and I see she who leads herself. And I'm so happy and proud to have you here.
Oh my
So
gosh.
what are the ways that people can buy? Kiki's like, oh my God, I need this in my life. Let me see who said things, because I feel like we missed
Yeah.
comments, and then we
Oh
don't
my
want to
gosh.
miss
Thank you
comments.
so much to everyone who's
Abby
commented.
said, Abby says, I've got chills. I can only imagine what you feel like. And Samantha's just hopping on because she's got to go to the chiropractor. Melanie says, how cool. Lindsay Rafton, she has a podcast program. Oh, she tagged Lindsay. Hi, Diane. Daniel is in. What's the book about? Yeah, love that. What a name. Awesome title. That sounds amazing. I want to get my hands on the book. Yay. And we'll make sure to put links in so people can choose what bundle
Sure.
they want and how can they buy the book. And then totally need this. I'm working on myself. Must get this book. Love seeing how proud Melanie is. Her eyes say it all. My God, you wrote the foreword. This is amazing. Viola, you're living the dream life I want. Travel and building my business. You're bursting with happiness. I'm going to cry watching this. This is amazing. Oh my God, I need this in my life. Amazing women. Love you, beautiful women. Wow, that's so beautiful. Super inspirational, Viola. You ladies are incredible, feeling the vibes. So how incredible is this? This is just like, wow. And I think we decided to do this also. For me, it's really in alignment because I wanted to shine some light on International Women's Day, which is on Friday. And I think I really do believe the key to self-actualization as a woman is to be able to trust in your light, even when you shine it on someone else for a minute. Like, notice someone else's beauty without questioning your own.
Yeah.
And this is truly is the magic. So Viola, to anyone watching you here, like what do you want them to know about you? And where do you want to direct them? Like give them how they can follow you, how they can be in your energy, how they can buy the book, what do you want to tell them?
Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, firstly, thank you so much for all those kind words you said. Like, I'm literally silently crying over here just to add to the emotions I'm feeling. But it's like, it's part of me is just like so grateful that you see that in me. And I'm so grateful to be in your life. Like, we were on a phone call, it's like just before this, both like crying because it's just like so incredible. But it's also in recognizing that for myself, which has been, I think, such a massive part of my journey. And I really want other people to feel that, like, you're allowed to feel so proud of yourself and you're allowed to like love yourself. And no matter where you're at, and like right now, my heart's like exploding with love and gratitude and all the things for where I am, but also like know that I started feeling this way about myself and I started allowing myself to tap into this when I still had nothing, and it was just the idea that I would be able to have that one day for myself. So it's like, I don't know, it's just like this whole like it's full circle. Like that's how I feel today. Everything's coming full circle. Like as I was rereading my book and remembering back to like 5 years ago or even 10 years ago when I was just like, wouldn't it be cool to one day like have this kind of life? And now I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what has happened? I'm here. But yeah, so thank you. And yeah, if you want to connect with me, like, and learn a little bit more about the book or just me in general, or connect and all those wonderful things, I am at Viola Hug on everything. So on Instagram is where I kind of hang out the most, like on my stories, and then on my Facebook page as well. And then on my website, which is violahug.com, is where I kind of have like the hub with all of my stuff. Like that's where I have information on my coaching, on my programs, on my book, on my podcast, and all the things on there. And I will put the link to the wait list for the book in the comments as well, because that's the easiest way for you to find out information about the book. And oh my gosh, I'm just like so excited. I can't even handle it. But yeah,
I
so
think you also need to make a post that I'll tag at the top of the group
okay.
where you put your book with the cover and the image and just explain all the ways people can connect with you. And I'll pin it to the
Okay.
top for a whole week.
Okay. Oh my gosh, amazing. I will definitely do that as well. And yeah, and that's like, and what you said as well about like International Women's Day, that's something that I so believe, because one of the things that I witnessed like so early on is that when I felt in competition with other people, it didn't feel nice in my soul. right? Like, and I think this is a big thing for like the heart-led, the soulful entrepreneurs, like the people in this group, the alpha femmes of the world, is that we have like a different internal compass, like the new generation that's coming through, like our intuition, like our desire to love, to heal, to share light with other people is actually so strong, and our soul tells us when things aren't the right way. And like I remember when, you know, like because of just like I was not very personally developed and I was kind of just first getting into the game, and I was just like, oh, am I like in competition with these people? It just didn't feel nice. And so I was following my intuition to just really cheering people on. And the more that I did my own personal development and worked on my emotional intelligence and all of those wonderful things and connected with amazing women, like the more I started to realize actually the more we lift other people up, it actually lifts up us more. You know, like I used to be like scared to either like tag people online or to share other people's posts for like, you know, because it was just like, oh, but what if it takes away from my message? But it's like the opposite. And it's like, I've completely stopped caring about how many likes I'm getting. I've completely stopped caring about how many views I'm getting on videos, because to me, it's just about like, if there's one person receiving the message, or if it's really even just me expressing something I need to express, then it's going to be the right thing for me to do. And so I think like it's such an important thing to remember. I'm so grateful that you're also leading by example in this, and I'm so happy to always share what you're doing. And to everyone in the group as well, I love you guys. Like so much love for you. So I think that's so beautiful as well that you're such a leader in this field, Melanie. It's amazing.
Thank you. Well, one of the things we were talking about on our call before we got on here, one of the concepts I teach in my exponential wealth program is collapsing time. And collapsing time is when you start making, you know, what you used to make in a year. Well, now you make it in like 6 months, and then you make it in, you know, 3 months or whatever it is. And you had done revolution at the beginning of the year, and you had declared a goal, and you were like, I want to make as much in a day as I used to make in a year, right? So you've got to collapse time until you hit that number. And at this point, you have made in a week what you used to make in 3 months. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely
so when
crazy.
this starts to happen in life, it's like this is how I really believe, with the same amount of hours, the people who become wealthy, they collapse time. They stop making time a factor. You know, I'll do it when. This is something that Viola doesn't do. She didn't say, I'll hire Melanie when I have the money cash in my account. She was like, I'm doing it now and I'm going to figure it out. And she wasn't like, I'm going to write my book when I'm not going all over the place and when I'm steady and when it's easy. She was like, I'm writing the book now. And she didn't say, I'm going to publish it and edit it once I've had months to review it. She was like, no, I'm going to put the time, the hours that are required now, and I'm going to do it now. And I'm going to launch the book program now, and I'm going to do the things now. And this is why it works for her, because she's chipping away at the refractory time period to think. And she's just taking action. And we're watching things happen at a speed that is honestly unreasonable. When I think of what's happened since the end of September to now, it actually blows my mind.
Like if you were to lay it all out on a platter, people would be like, oh, that might have taken like 2-3 years. And it's like, nope, it happened in like less than 6 months. Like it's crazy. And that's the thing as well. It's like with that, I mean, I still catch myself, if I'm honest, at times, like thinking, oh, how long is it going to take? Or, you know, and this is like, was one of my things at the start when I was starting out. I was like, oh, but how long till I can be traveling the world and not worrying about money? Like how long till I can do that? But it's like, the less I focused on that and like really started following that inner voice of just like what feels really good, like how can I show up bigger today? How can I give more? Like when I was focusing on that, that's when suddenly time didn't matter. And now I'm just like, it went by like this. Like I blinked and I'm living this lifestyle now. And so that was, you know, with my book as well. I just want to share, because it's such a special thing and a really special part of the book for me. It's like when I was thinking of the published date for my book, I was actually thinking it might be like towards the end of March, but I looked at the calendar and March 11th really stood out to me, because that's actually my dad's birthday. And my dad passed away 14 years ago. And as soon as I saw the date, I was just like, that's the date. And I knew, and it was like intuition. It was like my mind's going, yeah, but you still have to do this. You have to do this. You have to do this. But I'm just like, nope, that's the date. And now it's happening, you know, and Monday, this book is going to be here. And so it's like, Yeah, it's such an incredible feeling to be able to allow yourself to tap into that knowing and just trust that it will work out and work from that space. And that I really believe like this is where I'm seeing things like magic freaking happening. That with that time collapsing.
I'm blown away.
Yeah.
Honestly, blown away by what you've done. And your clients are calibrating to you. Like if you're looking for a one-on-one coach that could help with manifestation and really creating abundance in your life and creating the life that you want, Viola's an amazing coach as well. If you click with her on a personal level, like follow her, she's got so much to offer the world. And from her coach, you know, sometimes there are people who show up one way and then they're another way. She's just who she is. And it's such an honor and a privilege to watch her blossom. And it was such an honor and a privilege to write the foreword to your book. And I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for the women here. They're going to get to meet you through this. I'll pin it to the top. I'll pin your post to the top. So let's get everything in here so people can find you. Do you have any last words you want to say?
Oh, well, firstly, just thank you so much. And to you, Melanie, I'm so grateful. I'm so excited about this. And to everyone listening, like my belief to my core is that anything that you've desired, you can achieve and some. Like there's a whole other level that you don't even know yet, but those crazy, wild, like big things you desire are there for you. They're there for the taking. It's really just about allowing yourself to understand that those goals, the things you desire are inevitable. You know, just show up and it's going to happen for you. And yeah, I mean, I love you. I believe in you. And that's all.
You are such an incredible inspiration. Thank you for being on here. I love you so much. And go and comment all the things so people can find you and make the post. I love you. I'll talk with you in a minute.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Bye. So this for me is so important. And, you know, I have honestly the most incredible women in my network. And it's something that I want to do to bring them more to you so you can see what's possible. And each one of them has such a different journey. You know, there's some women who were looking for a coach when they found me and they were like, I've been looking for a while and I need a coach and let's jump on and let's see if this is a right fit. For some people, they were resisting, like, I don't want a coach right now, but I keep feeling pulled and drawn. Some women had the money and it was just about up leveling. Some women, their husbands had the money and it was just about getting permission. Some women had no idea how it was going to happen and they made it happen. And I think I always feel so lucky, honestly, that people choose me as their coach. I know that there's a lot of people out there and there's a lot of incredible coaches out there. So every time someone chooses me, I feel so grateful and loved and cherished. And having a client like Viola is so refreshing because, as I said before, she doesn't create that competition vibe between us. You know, she sent me flowers last week. She sent me flowers with like the most beautiful love note. I'm like, who does this? Like, you pay me every month. Why are you sending me flowers? Like, I just feel so loved all the time. And she's an amazing example of what a client, an ideal dream client is. And because of that, her clients treat her like gold as well. And it's an amazing experience. So, you know, if you are a coach, I would suggest to give your clients an opportunity to shine in your network. You know, you may find that some people need exactly their voice, and it's such a gift to be able to do that. And you know, if you have a coach and you're afraid for some reason that sharing the message and being, you know, giving your coach love and credit is going to take away from you, just know the reason that I feel so happy and comfortable shining beautiful light on Viola is because she always feels so comfortable shining a beautiful light on me. And when there's no competition, there's no competition. And when there is that open sense of like, we're doing this work together, we're a great team, it just feels so great. And I think Together We Rise is a beautiful title for this live. And this really is the thing. I love you too. Like, she could have done all this without me. We just did it faster. We collapsed time. You know, the excuses go away. Hold space for the self-belief, hold space for the excuses to just kind of wither away, for the fears to be supported and held, to feel like someone is listening, that you give your word, that you've got to show up for it. It makes a huge difference. And I mean, if you were to be told today that you could, you know, skyrocket your money, be making more in a week than you used to make in 3 months, that you can be traveling the world with your partner, staying like in 5 to 7 countries in the space of 6 months, that you can write a book, that you can get your podcast top of the charts, that you can start a podcast program and get your clients top of the charts. Like, if you were told that you could do all this in 6 months, or you had to do this in 6 months, you'd be like, are you crazy? Like, how? But when you jump in and you just go no matter what, something happens when you trust yourself. And This is what we've seen with Viola, is just collapsing time. Like she said she would do it. It stopped being about how long is it going to take until, and it was just like no matter what until. Instead of how long until, no matter what until. And now it's happening at warped speed, and I'm so proud to be your coach, so impressed with you, and so grateful that we took the time to do this today. So Viola's going to write all her information in here if you want to connect with her. She is also going to make a post that I'm going to pin at the top of the group if you want to read her book that I wrote the foreword for. I'm so honored. And just get in her energy. She's a real leader. She leads from the front in all areas of her life, and I'm so proud. So thank you for watching us today. Go lift another woman up today, whether it's on social media or off social media. Go give someone love, make them feel seen. Together we rise. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Bye.